Growing up, Keith Haring wasn't interested in the kind of formal art he saw in museums. He thought it was too boring. He was more interested in cartoons, like the kind that Disney created. He spent hours drawing them with his dad, who also drew as a hobby. Keith ended up becoming a well-known pop artist of the 1980s. He was famous for a style of bold figures with bright colors and radiating lines coming from them. Today we'll be recreating one of his most famous paintings, Best Buddies. Our first step is to make sure that our paper is horizontal. To make sure that my best buddies were properly spread out, I decided to divide my paper into 4 quadrants by folding my paper in half and then in half again. If you want to avoid the folded lines, you could always use a ruler and trace lightly so that you can erase the lines later, but this way is always even. Alright, to begin drawing our first buddy, we want to start in the upper right quadrant of our paper. We're going to draw an open circle shape for the head. If it's easier to draw a circle and erase an opening at the bottom, you can do that too. To begin the arm, just above that opening, we want to draw a short horizontal line. And coming off of that, down towards that crease in our paper, we want to draw an angled line that is angled outward slightly towards the edge of our paper. Angle that line back down inwards ever so slightly. At the end of that line, create a circular shape for your hand. And to finish our arm shape, we're just going to draw 2 more angled lines that are parallel to the ones that we drew before. To draw our body, we're going to begin with 1 vertical line, starting where we left off, to create kind of that little armpit shape. Below the hand, we're going to draw another angled line towards the center of our paper that continues down into a vertical line all the way down to the bottom of our paper at the edge. For the other side of our body, we're going to begin by drawing another vertical line, followed by another angled line going inward towards the center of our paper. You guys probably know the drill by now. We're going to go ahead and finish up that leg by drawing a vertical line down to the edge of our paper. It does kind of look like a blob right now, so to separate the legs, we're just going to draw another angled line and vertical line to give some definition. To begin our next buddy, we're going to go ahead and start with that same open circle head shape. To begin our arm, we are going to be starting on the left side of the head, and we are going to draw a angled line out towards the edge of our paper that ends right above that fold that we made in the beginning, followed by another angled line. At the end for our hand, instead of drawing that circular shape, we're just going to draw a sideways U. And you can follow that curved line up all the way to that crease in your paper. At the top, go ahead and add a short angled line parallel to the top of the forearm. The body is 1 curved line, kind of like a backwards J. The legs for this buddy are the same as the last. We're going to go ahead and use those same angled and vertical lines, but they're going to be going in the other direction, so inwards towards the center of your paper. Woo! Okay, we are almost done. To finish our body, we are just going to add 1 more slightly angled line towards the center of our paper. All that's left now is to add our buddy arms. To finish our first buddy, we're going to go ahead and close that gap by adding 2 straight parallel lines. If yours end up being more vertical than angled, that's okay. To finish our second buddy, we're going to add 2 angled parallel lines that go up, kind of behind the head is what we're imagining here. And on the right side, we are going to add a little U shape, kind of like the hand is going around our buddy's shoulder. Draw a horizon line behind your best buddies. Oh, and let's not forget those radiating lines. Radiate means to send out or give off energy, especially in light or heat in the form of rays or waves. But as people, we can radiate all kinds of things, like being positive, love, and sometimes when we're cranky, negative energy, like when you're in a bad mood. So what do you think these best buddies are radiating out into the world? Now it's time to trace those lines. Remember, all of Keith's work had really thick, bold lines. So if you need to retrace your best buddies 2 or 3 times to get thick lines, that's okay, I did too. And now it's time to color. Keith Haring was known for his use of bright, bold colors. So go ahead and use whatever bright, bold colors you'd like. I know that this lesson was a little trickier than some of the ones that we've done this year, but if you finished, I am so proud of you. And if it was too difficult and you didn't finish, guess what? I'm proud of you too for trying, because practice doesn't make perfect. It makes progress. And all we're trying to do is become better artists.